he had Jarrett looking like Floyd Mayweather. He was hitting his shoulder. Like, he doing the shoulder block? Nah, he
the Philly.
missing.
Yeah, he was doing the Philly shell.
Nah, he's just missing. He's not blocking with his shoulder. Oh, yeah.
Okay, we got Chase Sherman versus Waldo Cortes-Acosta. Now, Waldo actually just fought 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
He fought 2 weeks ago, and he won, and it was unanimous, but it wasn't as dominant. Don't just get fooled by this right here, because he did eat almost 30 leg kicks. And at one point, it looked like he wasn't going to be able to continue, but he switched stances. He didn't check no leg kicks. Jarrett didn't do nothing but leg kicks, but it almost got him out of there. And Chase finally started looking good, against Jared Vanderaa. Well, that was just 2 or 3 months, not 2 or 3 months, about 3-4 months ago in July. So that's their most recent win. But before that, Chase was on a bad little situation here. The 4-fight loser streak. But he lost by submission to Alexander Romanov. That's understandable. He lost to Jake Collier.
That's not good. Getting finished by Jake Collier.
He lost to Parker Porter. He lost to... But I will say this. One thing in the Jared Vanderaa fight, it showed that Waldo has a lot of learning to do and a lot of maturing that he needs to figure out, because eating all those leg kicks, that could have messed you up, man. That actually led to Israel losing just last night. He said he got kicked in the leg and it messed him up and he wasn't able to move.
Ooh.
And then you got to realize this was 2 weeks ago. I know he couldn't walk for that first week.
We seen guys finishing guys from leg kicks now. We starting to see this more frequently. If you think Chase Sherman is not going to attack his leg, you're smoking.
Because that's how Cub Swanson just lost a few weeks ago. But then also, Chris Gutierrez beat Vince Morales like that.
Yeah.
I want to say.
Yeah, years ago.
So I don't know what condition that leg could possibly be in. I don't know how much better it would have gotten in a week. But I will say this. One weird thing about Waldo, he's very athletic. He comes from a baseball background. That's why he throw his punches, he swing the way he do. But he's not very precise. And Jarrett was a standing punching bag. And he just could never hit Jarrett clean.
He never came close, man.
He never came close. Even when he started swinging wild and like...
He had Jarrett looking like Floyd Mayweather. He was hitting his shoulder. Like, he doing the shoulder block? Nah, he
the Philly, yeah, he was doing the Philly shell.
Nah, he's just missing. He's not blocking with his shoulder.
And you would think that since he was the more athletic person and more energy, that he would be hitting him cleaner, but he just never was able to. And Jarrett was plodding and slow and hittable.
I think it's questions about Waldo's power. I'm going to say it.
Yeah.
It's questions about his power, man, because if you had power, you throw 1-2. Stipe ain't got to do all of that. Lower it up, dude. Throw windmill punches, man. Just throw it. Just throw right hand if you really got power.
Whoa, I'm looking at these boxing losses. He had some boxing losses where he got actually TKO'd. I didn't know that. Well, no wonder he came to MMA.
And now he want to go back to boxing, bro. He's like, oh, they doing leg kicks now? I'm going to go back to boxing.
Oh.
You can never win.
Okay. Well, that was a thing. Okay. So then he got some finishes here. But man, I'm sorry, but as his career has advanced, man, I just don't know, man. I feel like Jarrett is one of those guys you're supposed to be able to put away. And they gave him that fight for that reason. They was hoping that he was going to put him away. And Chase, I want to say this. We know there's different versions of Chase. But if you get that good version, that one that showed up against Jarrett in the third round, if that Chase Sherman shows up.
I don't think there is a good version. In the second round, he's looking at the clock. Chase be looking at the clock in the second round.
But I'm saying, Chase had to see that Waldo fight against Jarrett. Obviously, they had the same last opponent.
And he knows fight too. He accepted it, so obviously he saw it.
So he's gonna throw leg kicks. He's gonna beat down on that leg, and he's gonna get him tired. I'm telling you, this is my final prediction. Chase, because when Chase is good. He's all around cardio, all around striking. He can keep the fight standing up, even if he got to go to the ground. Chase is one of those guys who's good everywhere, but he's just not particularly great anywhere. But on certain nights, he'll show up and be great. It's just the oddest thing. You just never know what you're getting, man.
And the one thing you get from Chase is knockout power. He's been rather consistent with that. But the thing is, the reason why I can't pick Waldo is because he can't land on target. If I tell you to shoot this target and you can't shoot it, then I don't trust for you to be able to do it.
And I'm going to tell you, when I was watching the Jarrett fight, every minute that went by where it was very clear that Jarrett didn't need to be in there past the first 2 minutes and Waldo couldn't get him out, I immediately thought, okay, he better pick his next opponent very carefully, because a lot of that aura that he had coming into that fight of the next whatever, he ain't getting it. Okay, think about this. Michael Morales, putting people away, doing them greasy. Yeah, it might start off kind of even, and he might have to find that place where he break the threshold and take it to the next level above his opponent once he realizes I'm the better fighter, I'm the better athlete. Well, he's able to do that and get the job done and get people out of there. He ain't going to war or letting people come close to beating him with fighters that the fight shouldn't be competitive with. Like, he's just making it clear, like, let me just get you out of there. I just don't trust Waldo's accuracy. I think that if he lands, he might could do something, but he can't.
I don't think so. I don't think he got the power that he thinks he has.
Yeah, I'm questioning it, man. I ain't gonna lie. But we'll find out in this fight.
And this last thing I'm gonna say, I don't think he beat Jarrett. I don't care. It might be controversial. You take all them leg kicks, man. You didn't beat Jarrett. Talking about you beat.
Hey, I'm gonna be real. Okay, now you said something. If he landed more, I would say that he won clearly. But when you think about it, he was missing so many punches. They were blocked or parried. He wasn't very accurate, man. And the leg kicks, at one point, I was looking like, man, Waldo might give up. I mean, he didn't look like he was gonna give up. But I'm saying you can only take so many of them.
Yeah, don't say give up. You might get finished.
Yeah, he might succumb to the leg kicks, man. It's not a mental thing. It's just your leg might just give up.
Your body shut down.
Yeah, your body shut down. And at one point, I thought that actually might happen. Jarrett just don't need to be in the UFC, but Waldo has a future and he has potential. So he deserved to get the win because he has a future. And Jarrett is kind of just taking up space on the roster right now. But ultimately, I'm picking Chase, man. And again, I need a good Chase to show up. Now, if a good Chase don't come, then we basically gonna see Jarrett part 2.
Even if a bad Chase comes, if Waldo can't land on a target, then what is he good for? He's not a wrestler. He's a striker. It's like you can't land. But my final prediction, Chase, probably by decision. I'm gonna go by 3-round decision.
Yeah.